Welcome to Friday and May. This is Mo Buzz. GTA 4 is everywhere. Everywhere, I tell you. In the papers, on the radio, on the TV, and hopefully in your living room if you were quick thinking enough to pre-order your copy. It's been one of the most highly anticipated video games ever, which is great. It's nice that people get so excited about something new, right? However, there is always someone who ruins the whole thing by taking it too far. And what do you know, this time it was a Brit. A man was stabbed in a queue of fans waiting to buy the game at a game station store in Croydon. Onlookers initially thought that the young man covered head to toe in blood was part of a PR stunt to get everyone going before the game went on sale. Unfortunately, it was the real deal, and the injured 23-year-old even tried to stumble home to get a kitchen knife and seek revenge, Nico style, before he was intercepted by the police. And that's not the only case of Liberty City becoming reality. On the same night, two muggers broke the nose and jaw of an 18-year-old boy and stole his copy of the game just half an hour after he had bought it. A couple of rather unpleasant examples of reality mimicking art, wouldn't you say? Next up, in what I think is probably the coolest thing ever, called Twistori, and using the Twitter data gathered from some eyes, Twistori is a social experiment that aims to explore human emotions based entirely on the contents of tweets. Divided into the categories love, hate, think, believe, feel, and wish, the tweets scroll down your screen in a rather mesmerizing way. Twistori is inspired by the social experiment We Feel Fine, which has been harvesting human feelings from the internet since 2005. A bit of Brit news to keep me and my fellow countrymen happy. The BBC have announced that as of now, BBC America programming will be available for purchase and download from the iTunes store in the States. Offering programs like Torchwood, Little Britain, and that classic story of good versus evil, rich versus poor, Robin Hood. For $1.99, the Beeb is aiming to expand its influence across the pond via good old-fashioned telly. Meanwhile, MySpace have been taking a break from bringing music, both good and ear-splittingly painful, to the social networking masses, and I've been fighting to keep hold of their myspace.co.uk domain name. Not fighting hard enough, obviously, because they didn't get it, losing out instead to Stockport-based company Total Web Solutions. Oh well, you win some, you lose some, right? The price of the iPhone is reportedly falling rather drastically, to as little as $199 if some reports are to be believed. And at that price, even me, with my shallow pockets and tight fists, might be persuaded to buy one. See what all the fuss is about. Anyway, Canada's largest telecom operator Rogers have announced a deal with Apple to bring the iPhone to the good people of Canada. No word as to when it will be happening, but it's just good news all around, eh? Microsoft are amazing, aren't they? All those hard-working people beavering away and trying desperately to ignore the fact that their boss is a Yahoo-obsessed loony and they just try and get on with their jobs. They've developed a small plug-in device that crime fighters can use to rapidly extract forensic data from computers that may have been used to assist crimes. This stimulatingly named Coffee, that's Computer Online Forensic Evidence Extractor for those of us who give a monkeys, is a USB thumb drive that, thanks to an awful lot of complex whizzy digital commands, massively cuts the time it takes to gather digital evidence. It can decrypt passwords and analyze a computer's internet activity, as well as data stored in the computer. And not only is the Coffee the hot new thing in the world of digital crime fighting, it's also completely free. Yet Microsoft have given the device away to more than 2,000 offices in 15 countries, including Germany, New Zealand, and the United States. That's rather nice of them, don't you think? The most traditional of all traditional British traditions, the House of Lords, apparently isn't as archaic and stuffy as one might think. Despite the fact that the Lords still wear wigs and the monarch's throne decorates the chamber, they're moving with the times and embracing 21st century technology with the best of them. There's an e-library, and live and archived videos of debates and discussions are broadcast on the internet. But despite even the most ancient of institutions embracing the opportunities that modern technology can bring, there are those that warn against the damaging effects of so much cyber stuff on today's kids. Renowned brain scientist Susan Greenfield claims that the next generation of humans will be united in their unique nothingness. What Greenfield calls the nobody scenario refers to a mass loss of personal identity on an epidemic scale. Too much time spent in the virtual world is physically changing the way the brain develops and creating a whole generation of people unable to think for themselves. Read the article, it's interesting and only a little bit scary. Okay guys, that will be everything then. Enjoy your May Day weekend, wherever you may be. I'll see you on Monday.